So May is Mental Health Awareness Month. A recent CDC report showing a spike in depression in teenage girls. Now, that report shows depression is at its highest level reported over the last decade. And joining us this morning is Vanessa Beauvais, a licensed marriage and family therapist at Kaiser Permanente in South Sacramento. She joined us now with a look at some of the ways that you can help your teen. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Appreciate you being here. So what are some of the current rates of sadness and depression that we're seeing among teenage girls?
Well, a recent study done by the CDC in 2021 stated that out of 17,000 high school students that were surveyed, 3 out of 5 teenage girls reported that they were persistently sad or had feelings of hopelessness, which is an increased spike over the last 10 years.
Why do you think we're seeing that rise all of a sudden?
I think there's a varying amount of factors. The first one is that the study was done in 2021 when the COVID-19 pandemic was still going on, which increased isolation, as well as social media use, and electronic bullying is on the rise as well still.
Yeah, a lot of folks felt isolated. So what are some of the signs to watch for parents or caretakers, if they see their children and they might be a little concerned? What are some of the signs?
Well, a lot of teenagers have varying emotions. However, if you see a chronic pattern of irritability, not doing things that they used to enjoy, not stop hanging out with friends, it could even be an increase or a decrease in eating, or just a lot of time spent by themselves and isolating. Those could be signs that there could be a more serious condition like depression going on.
I got to imagine there's going to be a lot of folks who are going to see this interview right now, and they're going to say, well, how can we help, or how can I get more help? What would you recommend to them?
So I first would start by talking with the parents. Take an active interest in your child's life. Get to know their friends, ask how their day is going. In addition, spend time with them without technology. That way it helps elicit healthy conversation and other things outside of the TV or the tablet. Additionally, look in your school and your community for different resources that can provide support. Lady Gaga's website, Born This Way Foundation, also has a self-paced, free Be There certificate program, which helps. It's good for teenagers, but it's actually good for everybody. It helps not only help with signs and symptoms of mental health, but also how you can be there to support one another. And there's additional resources on the Kaiser Permanente's website. And lastly, and probably the most important thing that I have for tips for parents, is don't be afraid to ask questions and have those conversations. Ask your teens if they are having feelings of hopelessness or sadness. Ask them if they are having thoughts of suicide or death. The more we can normalize these conversations, the less we can reduce the stigma, and it makes it more open to have those conversations.
All right, Vanessa, some very good information. We really appreciate your time today.
Great, thank you very much.
All right, Brandy.